If you followed me for any length of time, you know the first 4 years of me trying to build my business online were totally brutal, okay? I had no clue what I was doing. I had no following. I had, no leads coming to me, and I made exactly like $0. I know. It's super sad, which is exactly why I am so dang passionate about helping you and others get started building their business and brand online and teaching you everything I wish I had known. So whether you are just getting started on your online journey, or maybe you've been at it for a while, but you feel like you're totally spinning your wheels, today's video is going to be, such a clarifier for you and super actionable. So make sure that you have your pen and paper on hand, because I'm going to be sharing the 5-step process, the 5 things that you need to focus on in a particular order so that you can be off to the races building a phenomenal business and a phenomenal brand. So if you are pumped to learn exactly what these 5 steps are using a super cool acronym that I created from a girl who would honestly rather shovel cow manure in the cow pastures of West Tennessee over prospecting randos on the internet, then hit that thumbs up button and keep on watching. What's up, fam? Sherry Brown here, social media strategist and business coach who loves nothing more than to help people just like you get started building their business and their brand faster using social media and online marketing strategies. So if you're new here and this kind of seems like it's up your alley, then just be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified as I upload new videos each and every week. Let's get started. Now, the acronym that I created is START, S-T-A-R-T. What S stands for is the first thing that you want to do is solidify your niche, aka become known for something. Now, this is something that I did not do in the beginning and was a major reason why I had such a hard time building authority. Now, one of my favorite quotes is from Donald Miller, who wrote the book Building a Story Brand. You know, I'm a huge advocate of this book. I absolutely love it. But one of my favorite quotes is, if you confuse, you lose. So here are a couple of examples. So let's say that you see somebody who on their website or on social media or wherever, they're just saying, I help people live a better life. Okay, like I'm so confused by that. And ask yourself, like, are you confused as well? Let me know in the comments. If you say that you help someone live a better life, do you help them with relationships? Is it with confidence? Is it with makeup? Is it health and wellness? Like, I don't know, I'm confused. And therefore, if I have a problem or if I have an issue, I'm probably just gonna keep on rolling because I'm having to burn calories trying to figure out what in the heck you would even help me with. Now, let's shift gears when it comes to this and look at a few examples of people who have done this right. Take, for instance, Zach Prince. Now, this is on TikTok, but you can clearly see where it says, I hypnotize people for a living. So I know in 2 seconds exactly what he does. I'm not having to guess. I'm not having to figure it out. Or what about Coupon with Kayla? Okay, it says right under here that she is an extreme couponer. So again, you're not having to guess. You know exactly what to expect from her content. If you look at video creators right over here on YouTube, you can clearly see that it says right in their cover photo, Master YouTube. So if I'm someone who I'm wanting to learn how to, get more views and get more subscribers, and I want to learn how to dominate over here on YouTube, well, that would definitely be the channel that I would want to follow. It's clearly defined. They are becoming known for something. What about Apollonia? Now, I'm not sure if I really pronounced her name right, but you can clearly see it says dating and relationship advice for men. So now you have to ask yourself, have you solidified your niche? Are you becoming known for something, or are you just kind of like all over the map? Now, a great piece of actionable advice is maybe to reach out to some of your closest friends, closest family, and just ask them, hey, what do you think that I do? What is it that I do for a living? Can they clearly communicate exactly what it is you do, or are they confused? If they can't tell you and it's not on point, then you need to kind of go back to the drawing board, make some tweaks so that it's totally clear for your audience. Now, step number 2 in START, in this little START acronym, means target who you can impact. This, in other words, is your ideal customer. Who are you trying to attract? Now, another quote that I absolutely love when it comes to identifying like who your target audience is, that ideal customer, and I don't really know who exactly said this quote because it's all over the internet with different people's names on it, but it's when you try to attract everyone, you often end up attracting no one. And hey, no judgment if you're making this mistake right now, but I will say if you are, you need to sit down, take some time, and really think about who is that ideal customer. I struggled with this for a long time, thinking that, well, everybody could benefit from my brand. And when that happened, that is a huge reason why like nobody was reaching out, my content was falling flat, I wasn't really able to connect and help and serve that ideal person that I knew that I could help. So think about, just in a nutshell, who is this person? How old are they? What are their pains? What are their struggles? What keeps them up at night? Because when you know this, then we can move on to the A in the START acronym. The A stands for attract with relevant content. Creating content that is going to serve your ideal customer. And content is information. Content is everywhere. But when you are creating weekly content that is really solving a problem for your audience, that's what's going to allow you to really generate leads, develop a deeper connection with your audience so that they're more likely to want to take the next step with you. Now, if you're kind of struggling right now, or you feel a little bit inconsistent or all over the place, so when it comes to your content, make sure after you watch this video, I'll link to another video that I did on how to create a solid content marketing plan. Up until me releasing that video, I only ever taught it to my MML students, so be sure that you go and check that out. But don't just take my word for it. Check out what Davida has to say. She says, creating a content and marketing plan has really helped me stay consistent and show up. Just having these three in place, this is what MML student Christy says. Getting clarity on my brand was a game changer for me. Clarity instructs my content, so the creation process is so much easier. Plus, knowing who my ICA is has led me to being able to easily grow my audience. People come to me now, and I can say this is the case for me as well. Before just, having the first three things in place, I was not generating any leads. I didn't have people coming for me. I had no authority in the space that I was trying to build a business in, and the struggle was real. But just having these three pieces in place has really gone on and allowed me to build an audience of people who I actually want to work with, people that I know I can make a difference in their life. So you have to think about this in terms of your business and your brand as well. These are foundational pieces. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the R in START. Reach your ideal customer to build community. Now this, I'm referring to building an email list. Now, when it comes to social media, I definitely feel like it should be a part of your strategy for sure, because it does allow you to build community and build deeper connections, but I don't think it really compares to building an email list. That's why it's definitely what I consider a foundational piece that you have to have in place if you really want to build and create long-term sustainable success in your business, and one that's actually profitable as well. Not only that, but I hear all too often so many people complaining about social media and the algorithms. And so when you're able to build an email list, this is a list of people who have raised their hand and said, hey, I want more of what you have to offer. I like what you're talking about. I want to learn more. This allows you to send out an actual email and not be at the mercy of a social media algorithm, whether it be Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. There's a couple of ways that you can go about actually building an email list. You can have just a basic newsletter set up, which I actually teach in another video. I did a step-by-step process of how to get started building an email list. I'll link that below as well. But building an email list, what a lot of people do, and this is something that I do, you may have noticed, where you can actually opt in and create and get some type of free offer, whether it be a PDF or a checklist or a masterclass. See, this particular video that I'm doing right here is basically a condensed version of a free, more in-depth masterclass called Your 5-Step Online Marketing Plan to Put Your Business on the Social Media Map. So if you like this video and you want to know a little bit more, then I'll also leave the link down below where you can actually go enter your name and email and you can watch that masterclass. Again, this allows me to build my email list of people who I know, like, they're not going to opt in unless they want the information. So you can do something similar as well. Now, here's what MML student Davita has to say about building an email list. Building an email list has been a phenomenal way to follow up with people without feeling like you're hounding them. It's also been great for staying in touch with my customers because I have too many to be able to reach out individually to them all. First of all, that's an amazing problem to have, right? Moving on to the T in START, the last T, since there's two T's. Tell them what you offer. If you don't have something to offer, you're not making any money in your business. And if you're not making any money, then you really don't have a business. So it's very, very important to get clear on exactly how you're making money. Not only this, but to make sure that your content is leading people somewhere. And listen, there is definitely a way to go about putting offers out so you don't feel like sleazy or spammy. Like, I totally get that. But you just want to make sure that your offers, what you have, align with your brand, and it's something that's going to help solve a problem. Remember, people don't buy just to buy. Everyone is looking for a transformation. And so when your offers align with all the things that we've talked about up to this point, again, it makes selling a lot easier. And a lot of this comes down to your CTA, meaning your call to action. Now, I actually created another video on my channel about how to actually use call to actions properly. So I'll link that down below, because I do get a lot of people who are like, okay, well, I'm putting out content, but how do I make money? How do I, lead to my products or lead to my services? So that video is definitely one that's going to help you as well. I also want to share what having all of this in place can actually do for your business from MML student Stephanie Parisi. She says, all of them are what enabled me to have over $5,000 months in personal sales while being pregnant, giving birth, single momming it over 3 of 6 months as a mom of 2, one being a newborn. My average personal sales for the entire last year per month is $4,500. I doubled my team this year. They reached out to me, my new business partners, and because of an email list, I could type a note in 15 minutes and hit send to reach 500 plus people. Because I narrowed my ideal customer and provided value with a specific call to action on my content and weekly lives, I was able to maintain my business during a crazy busy personal time of my life. Because of building me as the brand, I then meanwhile was able to start my own business teaching other network marketers in the last 3 months and have brought in $3,000 in sales just from that on top of everything else. And let me just tell you, that girl is a total rock star. She is just such an action taker. So proud of her. And so to make this very actionable for you, I want you to let me know exactly what you're going to be working on. What do you have right now in place? Leave it in the comments. And then what are some things, according to this, that you are actually going to focus on next? If you got some value from this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe, share it out, do all the things. And while you wait on the next video, again, be sure to check out the other videos that I have up. With that being said, I hope you have the most productive day, the most productive week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.